Yo, what's going on, boys? It's your man back for another figure video. Now today we have a video that I should have made a while ago because I feel like this is something that hasn't been updated for a very long time. And this video is going to be my entire Five Nights at Freddy's custom figure collection, boys. This is going to go crazy, cuckoo, some may even say bananas. So we'll just get started at the start here. This guy, some classics of the channel may know, was my first ever custom FNAF figure. I guess technically it was just the custom head, but it's my custom FNAF Freddy spooky mode. I don't even know what you'd call this, jump scare maybe? This could be jump scare Freddy Fazbear. And this figure was really what got me started in customizing in general. Because, when I first started doing this, it was like, I don't know, I could heat up the Freddy Fazbear head and like rip it in half. And then I was like, hold on, this actually looks decent. Let me keep going with the custom. Then I did the eyes and it turned out pretty good. And from there, we started with just that basic customization on that man. I decided to do the rest of the original Wave 1 figures. And these are very, very basic customizations. Some of these, like this Bonnie, this needs to be redone. Like, Lord help this man. She's giving you that side eye, he's dirty eyeing you. And I think this wasn't a bad start for my customs. Obviously, they get way better. I'm not going to say way better, but they get better as we go on. So for a beginning, I think these are some pretty classic customizations here. This one, classic Chica. I think this Chica is busted. Yeah, the leg is glued. That's why I customized this one. You know, you work with what you got. And I think the black eyes with the white dot, it turned out pretty well for the time, because I believe I never redid these and they're just with like dollar store paint, so it turned out pretty well. And I think it actually makes the figures look a little bit better, and it for having multiple of all of these, it makes them stick out. Like it makes the figures be actually different to each other than just having 14 of the same old Foxy with a little bit of goop on them this time. So now, moving over, we'll continue with the next inline customs, which even to this day, I believe they are some of my favorite, and they did really age well, I think, because I've kind of let these figures sit on the shelf for a while, so they kind of collected a little bit of dust, a little bit of grime, and I think that helped out a lot in the case of probably my two most iconic customs, the old Springtrap and Withered Golden Freddy. These two are classics, so giving you guys a look at them. All I really did to these guys was take I'm gonna move this man at the back. I just took the regular figure and I kind of gave them a dirty black wash all over the figure. Well, with this guy I did, this one was a little more complicated, but I pretty much just put a black wash on all the figures. I painted in all the shadow areas because Funko does such a bad job filling in the gaps. It's really unbelievable. Like, you have a part that's supposed to be all dark and black, and they'll put one little dot on it and it'll be all green and it'll look bad. So I went in there, hit it with that paintbrush, came in with the classic Walmart paint, I believe. I'll actually show what I used, because I remember I didn't do that. This time we are prepared. For pretty much every paint project I use this old apple barrel black. I get this at a Walmart or Target or just generic surplus store, I guess you could say. That's where I get all my stuff like that. I use literally just generic paintbrushes and the generic paint. You can see, even got the white of that sucker. Let's go. So doing these customs it doesn't take a lot of skill. All it takes is some time, effort, and a lot of love, and you'll get it done pretty nicely. And I think the Springtrap turned out classic, because this figure has such a good sculpt. It just needed some decent paint, and it would really makes the figure look so much better. Same thing with the Golden Freddy. I did a lot more work on this one. Like, I used a Dremel and I drilled in a little bit to give them withered effects. I think I used like a recorder cleaning stick. I cut it up and used that as the wires around. There were more wires in the ear, but I think they fell off. And same thing with the eye. They didn't get glued in too well, and they're a little gross too. That part didn't really age the best. But I think this figure is probably my best custom, right next to that the updated articulation Freddy that's coming later in. But I really think this guy turned out well. Same thing, I just used the paint made with love, that man's sturdy. But I used just the same black paint. I painted all around the gashes I made, and then I just kind of made it go out, so it looks like it's getting less dirty as it goes on, but still dirty enough. Like, I think this guy turned out really good just off a basic Golden Freddy figure. And I did the same thing with the mouth. I heated it up, put it in that hot boiling water, and then I ripped apart his face and then kind of just took it out a little bit. So it's still all full, but he actually has more of a... That man is donezo. Goodbye, Golden Freddy. So, now that I just dropped him and he's gone forever, we'll continue on to the next wave of custom figures that I did. Which these ones are also back down to a little bit more kind of just light work. We got the Nightmare Animatronics. I did the same thing with these guys that I did with the Springtrap, I'd say. I kind of went along all of them and I repainted in all the dark spots because these guys, like with Foxy, this whole bottom piece in the stomach, it was all half painted and it had all dots that weren't covered. Same thing with all across the arms and legs. And these guys have such a good sculpt. They really, really look better with some paint. And with Freddy, he was the only figure I put a clear coat on, which I don't know if you can really even tell that much of a difference. He looks a little bit better, but I didn't really like the look of the clear coat, so I just kind of left it. I just did him only and did not touch any of the rest of these guys. Because for a while, these figures were very expensive. And then Funko said, you know what, let's re-release them. And now you can get them, well, I guess the original are still kind of expensive. But the re-release, you know, it's average price. I see that Funtime Foxy floating around all the time. And these guys, for the longest time, Bonnie, I never finished him. I did his eyes, and I tried to do the white eyes with the light just died, with the white, and then he had the blue kind of veins in his eyes, but I could not get that to work. So I just went with the all-time classic, black with the white dots. You can't beat the classics. So he looks pretty good, not too bad. I think the paint really worked on these guys. Like I said, with filling in the gaps, filling in them dark spots, making it look delicious. The light really just kind of killed it. You can't really see the detail. But this Chica is probably one of the best FNAF figures ever created. The eyes didn't really hold up the best. The red's a little chipping, and the blue is a little bit ugly. But not too bad. It keeps focusing on Foxy in the back. But these guys, not too bad. Very easy customs again to do. If you have these figures, just putting a nice little black wash over them really, really brings out the sculpt and makes it look much, much better. Now, getting these boys out of here. Moving on to the most recent customs I have done. We got Grim Foxy from the newest wave. And I purchased him to do it, but I never did it yet. I'm thinking I'm going to make a video customizing Jack O'Bonnie here. And this is going to be finally another video I feel like I should have made a long, long time ago. Is a how I customize my figures video. And I feel like it's going to be pretty decent. And I just noticed, I don't know if it's on purpose, but this guy doesn't really have a nose in there. I don't know, maybe that is on purpose. Because I'm comparing it to the original here. Oh yeah, it is different sculpt. Hey, cool. Cool, cool. New sculpt. This is like Marvel Legends forearms right there. But I will be doing a video customizing this guy soon enough. I'm not sure when, but I want to figure out how to set up the camera so you can tell what I'm doing the whole time and really show it. I have to charge the light up all the way because it died again. But with these guys, these figures were pretty good to customize. They had some decent sculpt and some good, I liked the paint on them before. It wasn't a lot, but it was pretty good. And I think these guys really did well. The only problem is they made out of that, I don't know what it's called, but the glowing plastic so you can see through it. Like if I take the light here and actually turn it back on, you can see straight through them, whatever this plastic is called. It's made out of that, so the paint doesn't really cover it up the best. You can still kind of see through it, and the limbs are still made of regular plastic, so it sticks out a little bit, but I still like the way these guys look. And I think the whole wave has the same problem, where the sculpt is pretty good. It's just they really, really need paint, so if you go in and paint them, they'll look really good. But that's it for that wave. Moving on next to my favorite custom I have ever made of all time. Boom, the up-to-date articulation Freddy. So this guy, if you watched the recent video, I went over it all, looked in through him. Still haven't put the clear coat on or anything for this guy. I might just leave him. And I never did the eyes either. I'm too scared to go in to try and fix him because I don't want to mess him up even more, which is a problem that happens a lot and is why his eyes are bad in the first place. So that's about it. Actually, no. Moving on. Hold on. All right, we're back, boys. So sorry about that. Freddy Fazbear decided to come clomping outside my door. Had to go check out who it was. But in that time, I took it to recharge the light, and now coming back. So we were here looking at this man, Freddy. So this custom Freddy, Actually, it took a very, very long time to do this. A lot of weird planning, a lot of chopping up original Freddy figures. But I think he turned out very, very good. And I think I'm going to plan on doing more of these guys like this. Not specifically more Freddys, but I believe I'm going to do Springtrap. And then I'm thinking the original, like the rest of the original crew, these boys like Foxy, and then Bonnie and Chica. Because I believe that would look pretty good. And it's, I don't think we're getting new ones anytime soon from Funko. They're too busy making Liberty Chica or, what else they even making out here, making VR Toy Freddy. Can we get a regular Toy Freddy, please? But now moving on to the last, I guess, honorable mentions of customs I did not finish. This is the only one I've got so far. And I really did want to do this entered. My plan was going to be take a nice bright shiny chrome silver like this, spray the whole body with it, keep the the fine details the same, and then put a nice deep black wash over it, clean all the the woody crevices that are all dark black, put those all black. And then it turned out the paint I bought, I don't know how long it took to dry, but even to this day the hands are still sticky and the paint is coming off, and I just never ended up finishing it. But maybe one day I'll finish this, and it's just to show people you could not finish something. I don't know. Don't get discouraged. I'm not sure. I was trying to make that into something, but it didn't. So, well, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good time checking out my custom figures. It's been a long journey making these guys, and I do not plan on stopping anytime soon. Maybe I've not been doing as much FNAF customizing, but the customizing is still strong. So, I don't know. If you guys want to customize, tag the video in the comments. I like to watch a lot of custom videos. I'm a big fan of the FNAF custom community. Got a lot of talented people out there that really know what they're doing and should be hired to Funko LLC or whatever it's called, because they suck and do not release good figures anymore. And I guess technically didn't really in the first place. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. The next video might be a figure review, might be another custom video, might be that video of me painting the Bonnie, just to keep you guys on your toes, so you never really know what we're about to get. And now that we're building up the horde here, the boys, I think I can tell you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.